Daniel, I really appreciate this time that you've given unto me. And I also want to thank Meredith and the administration of the association. I'm really so grateful. As you've heard, my name is Milcah Mutuku. I'm the current chair of the Department of Applied Community Development Studies of Egerton University. Egerton University is one of the public universities in Kenya. And we are basically a rural university, 25 kilometers from the main town. So we are basically rural located, and our strong point is agriculture. So that is about Egerton. It's an old institution, and you're welcome. Anytime the lockdowns are over, you are welcome to this nice place. And Daniel, I don't think I've seen you in Egerton, so you're also welcome to come and visit us here. I don't know whether yes? Daniel, you're saying something. You're muted.
Yes, Milcah, you are saying you have never seen me to Egerton.
Yes.
Just for your information, I taught in Egerton 1988, 1989, and 1991.
Oh my goodness, that was long before I joined.
So
yes.
So I belong to Egerton in many ways.
And now that is something you've not told me. We shall speak after this. Yes.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you so much. So I don't know, my presentation is being seen?
Yeah, it's being seen. Put it on presentation mode.
Let me put it on slideshow. Okay, so today's topic is on community empowerment through entrepreneurship. And the reason why I'm talking about entrepreneurship is that my background, actually that's what I do. My area is entrepreneurship. It's only that I have a background in agriculture and home economics, but for my master's and PhD, I've specialized in entrepreneurship. And I find myself so much drawn into rural and social entrepreneurship. So that's why today we are discussing this particular topic. But my discussion will center on what we do at Egerton University, how we empower communities through entrepreneurship in our small way. So the discussion will be basically on what we do at Egerton University. So the main issues that we are going to be looking at today is about, I just want to look at the community empowerment concept, the way we are looking at it today, and the role of the university in the community. Then I get into a little bit of community, university community engagement, and then the model that we use at Egerton and the impact that we have had so far. So as we talk about community empowerment, today we'll be looking at it as a process as well as an outcome. And this kind of concept applies to individuals, to groups and communities. And therefore, much as I'll be talking about individuals and families, then whatever I'll be talking about then will apply to groups and also at community level. It is about social influence, it's about transformation of power relations, and more so enabling people to take control of their own lives. And that is what really excites us at the department, where we can see people taking control of their own lives. Now, for those that are not in academics, because I know there are some of us that are not in academia, you may be wondering what is the role of a university in a community. And that's why I decided to have this slide here, just to talk to the person that may not be in academia. And the universities have a 3-tier mandate. Of course, the major one being teaching, and then research and community outreach. depending on how the university is structured, you may realize that these three are intertwined and they work together in an harmonious way. But much of the time you find each of the three arms operating more or less independently, with community outreach receiving the least attention from universities. And when I talk about attention, I'm also talking about funding. So you realize there's so much, so much neglect when it comes to community outreach. When you look at universities, we've been looking at universities in Africa, and we are realizing not many are involved actively in community outreach, and the funding is quite little. And this has caused some problems. I need assistance. My slide is stuck. I don't know why it's not moving.
Let me take over. I'll share my screen here.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. So let's see, where are we?
Yeah, so as you prepare to share, I can continue just talking. Eh?
Here we go.
Yeah. Yes, so yes, thank you so much. So you realize with the less attention being given to community outreach, then we have problems. And the key problems that we've noted is that there is lack of or little university community interaction. And this has led to ineffectiveness of universities' research in generating solutions to societal problems. And if then we cannot generate solutions to the problems that are felt by our societies, then it becomes a problem. And we find a lot of our research work really just gathering dust on our shelves, just because we may not have targeted the problem the way the society feels it. It doesn't mean that the research results that we come up with are useless. No, they are not just tuned to the way the society feels their problem. And that's why they may not feel like it is for them, yet it is for them. And it is important. So if we can have a more strong interaction with the communities as universities, then we would know how the society looks as a problem, and then we may generate solutions that now may tackle directly those particular problems. The other issue that we've also been grappling with is ill-prepared graduates. And this is because, again, we are teaching our people without really connecting them with the society and the problems and the aspirations of those societies. So if we can strengthen the community outreach arm, then we'd be able really to interact with the communities, would be able to tackle the problems, and would be able to see issues the way the community sees it, sees the problems. Thanks. We may continue. So how can we solve these kinds of problems? And one way that we've seen works is strengthening the community outreach. And the Egerton University is approaching this outreach from the perspective of community engagement. It is not easy. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of resources, but it is something that we are trying. Yes. So when it comes now to university community engagement, we are talking about interactions with the potential of building knowledge-driven partnerships that yield mutually beneficial outcomes that are aligned to university strengths and community contexts. So the university comes in with these strengths, whatever it is that they are good at, and then the community also brings in their own strengths, and now they can tackle their issues from their, they can tackle the problems from I've lost something. Then now, at least when they come into that partnership, we come in as, we would like to come in as equal partners. We've not reached there yet. Would like to come in as equal partners, but that is still a challenge. We still have the issues of the we and the they kind of psychology with the community, where we are trying to look for ways of breaking that down. Yes. Now, in this kind of in an engagement, what we are trying to do is to co-generate knowledge, where we collaborate with the communities. We learn from them, they learn from us. We come up with new things so that we may maximize our gains for both the university and the community. Now, for Egerton University, we are involved in service learning. We are involved in community-based participatory research. Of course, I said we are an agriculture, more of an agriculture university, although we have many other disciplines that are offered here, but we are known for agriculture. So our community-based participatory research takes mainly the agriculture, it focuses mainly on the agriculture subsector. We also have community responsive clinical and population-based care, but these are mainly by the health and the environment, the human health, the animal health, and the environmental sciences. And then we have community service, outreach, and advocacy. And this is mainly by the nutrition science side of our university. Next. Now, my department is the Department of Applied Community Development Studies, and that's what I would want to talk about. Now, this department has the most elaborate community engagement program, which we started in 2005. So we have entrenched this community engagement program within the curricula of some 2 programs. The department has 5 programs, but we have entrenched these ones in the Bachelor of Science Community Development curriculum and the Bachelor of Science Agriculture and Human Ecology Extension curriculum. Both of these programs they train extensionists. So once our students are done, we expect them to carry out extension work, assisting communities to come up with sustainable development projects and activities. So that is our focus, and therefore we've entrenched community engagement within these particular programs through service learning. Next. So students engage with communities and they earn a grade. Without that, then the student will not graduate. We have a series of units that lead to that particular engagement. So we prepare the students before we release them to the field. So once we only cover around 5 kilometers rentiers from the university, mainly because of resources. If we had more resources, we would go further, but we are limited by the constraint of resources. And we mainly target subsistence farmers, although we also go to schools. We also deal with especially primary schools, depending on the issues that are there. Mm-hmm. Yes. So the objective of these engagements is to provide students with the opportunity for experiential learning and building capacities. Experiential learning in building capacities of community members. Remember, I've talked about we prepare people that are going to work with communities as extensionists. One program is strong in agriculture, the other one has an introductory bit of agriculture, but it tackles all problems that are experienced in families. And then the other objective is to co-generate knowledge that can be utilized by community members for socio-economic development. So we train our students and we want to tell them communities have knowledge they have knowledge that can be used to help them come up with sustainable development projects in their own communities. So you are not going to a people that do not have anything. So together with the communities, generate the knowledge that can help them. So that is the approach that we take in that particular, in our community engagement activities. So during these engagements, students and community members agree on areas to engage in. So students go in there. We first survey, as a faculty, we first survey the areas that we will work in. We get entry into communities, and then we send our communities there, of course, with the supervision. And then together with the community members, they agree on the areas to engage in. And our focus has been that we have entrepreneurship activities inbuilt in whatever the students are going to do, such that once we withdraw from the communities, then the communities can continue practicing what we've taught them, because we've realized if we are going to show communities that they can make a little bit of money through the efforts that they are making, then we realize that they sustain these activities. So we always include entrepreneurship, and we have simple innovations that we teach them. I'll show you in the presentation, just simple innovations. And then we teach them on principles of income generation. We teach them on record keeping and analysis of these records for decision making. We teach them on marketing of their products. We teach them on standardization, and sometimes we also invite people that are dealing with the standardization to come and talk to them. Yes. So some of these simple innovations that I'm talking about and the things that we teach them are just, the simple things like what you're seeing on this particular demo. This is a student meeting. Okay, the image isn't very good, but you can see that they are meeting in a church. So the community members select the place where they want to meet, a place where they feel comfortable. They're the ones that have agreed to meet there, the time that they've agreed to meet, although the time that they've agreed to meet has also to agree with our time. So we work it in such a way that the time that we are scheduling to take our students out, the community has agreed to meet at that particular time. So this is one of the small, the simple technologies, the simple innovations that we bring to them, like charcoal briquettes. Value addition. Here we are, the students were showing them on how to make some wheat products, just adding value that people can sell and they can also consume in their homes. Yes. This is also another value addition, but together with it, there is energy conservation. If you look at the right hand corner, there is a basket there. That basket is a fireless cooker where that can be used to conserve energy. And as the students do this, they are being assessed. At the lower side, there is a lady seated there with a clipboard. That is a person who is assessing the students. So they are always assessed and given marks. Without that, then they cannot graduate. This is another demonstration. Students demonstrating on how to make homemade fabric whitener. There's also, you can see an assessor seated there in a white sweater. That is also a university assessor. Here they were making a liquid fertilizer. They are making and applying it in the garden that is behind them there. So these are the kind of things that we are talking about, just simple things that the community can make at home. Next. Here they were demonstrating on a simple technology of water harvesting. where the community, they can harvest water and irrigate their crops for income generation. And I included this one. I find it quite interesting, this image. I included it more so for the scenery. This is the kind of scenery that we get mainly in this Rift Valley, place where we are situated. Here they were demonstrating, they were teaching them on record keeping and analysis of records. And they choose where they want to sit. Like this particular time, they chose to sit out in the open where they are overseeing a beautiful scenery. And majority of this group, they were young people. So just I included it. I find it quite interesting that they could choose to have their demonstration in such a place. Next. So we carried out a survey to assess the impact that the university has had through these particular activities, and especially these ones carried out by the Department of Applied Community Development Studies. And we did this in June 2017 with a sample of 84 households spread among 5 wards that are around here in the university. And we collected data using questionnaires, and then we had focus group discussions and some interviews. And from here, we got some interesting results. We realized that these efforts that we see, like they are just simple things, they really make a difference in people's lives. And we had 86.3 recording improved farm profitability just because of the students interacting with them, teaching them, just, those things that we think they are not much. We realized they were, we are making quite good impact. If you can look at those statistics, they are not low, they are quite high. So we are talking about improved farm profitability, improved dairy production, improved crop production, making own animal feeds. We realize now they, instead of buying the expensive animal feeds, they were able to make their own animal feeds, and that made their farm activities more more profitable, sorry. And there are those that also talked about improved poultry production. We also had 97.6% talking about starting some income generating activities. So you realize because of the interaction with the students, they realized they can start something. They can start something that would generate income for them instead of sitting and crying that they have no money. And we had those that, as I said earlier, that our students deal with all kinds of issues, problems that are affecting communities. And therefore, we had those that were reporting improved garbage disposal, prevention of common diseases, better family relations, where now you realize somebody's talking about, I'm now able to talk to my children well, I'm able to talk to my husband well, I'm relating well with my people because I've learned how to approach issues. And then we had also tree planting in their own farms, those that have started planting trees. And we had some quite interesting quotes from these people. I have picked a few. And one of them was talking about their interaction with the university has been an eye-opener because they are able to feed their family healthy. And here they meant balanced diet. And they also talked about our interaction with them has reduced the number of idlers in their community because now they are busy, they are making products that they sell and make money. Another quote is that I've gained knowledge on extraction of avocado oil and have been selling and getting income. We have connected electricity to our home for lighting. Another one, harvesting rainwater has helped my family. My family has become food secure and we've started income generation. We've increased acreage on crop and pasture establishment, better health, income increase, better farming, knowledge, and skills on savings. You know, you realize somebody may be making money, but they may not be having the skill on how to save, and that may make them not achieve what they want to achieve. Another one said, I've started an income generating activity. They mentioned the name of the hotel. Of course, we left it out for confidentiality purposes. It's a hotel that you go and see it. And if they've started because of their interaction with the university, then we are very happy. They also talked about digging garbage pit for household disposal. Household garbage disposal. They've increased dairy, goats, and poultry, and they are doing farm planning, something that they were not doing before. Of course, I talked about good interaction with family members. Another one talked about having built new stone house. And another one talked about making a decision making on farm activities is now done between the two of us. This is a lady who said before we started interacting with them, the decision making on their farm activities were being made by her husband alone. And there were some issues, you know, they were not making as much as when now she came in and she started making the decisions together with her husband. Now, I think my computer has developed an issue, but I think I've finished what I wanted to say. And what we are saying as a university is, let nobody despise the small things that they are doing with communities. If we can bring in some entrepreneurial mindset, and as we interact with the communities, we show them that you can make money, you can make a little bit of money here, you can make your thoughts be more dynamic, you can tackle issues in a different way. We've realized that really makes the whole difference. And that is the message that we are passing to people, that do not despise the little things that you do with communities. They make a whole lot of difference. So thank you so much, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Milcah. In this side of the world, we give an applause when all is well and well done. I've noted quite a bit on the comments.